Hi guys, it's me, Boog.
And Dad.
And today we're reviewing the Home Depot Home Access Holiday 6.5 foot dead water animated LED Fisherman and rocking chair.
Yeah, so this is the LED Fisherman, like Boog said, in rocking chair. And yeah, he is, again, part of that deep water collection. And basically what that consists of from the Home Depot
Dead
this year.
water.
Oh, deep. I said dead. Sorry. Yes, I said deep. It's dead water collection. Yes, the dead water collection. So this year, that's going to be what is the dead water collection, dude? Obviously, the fisherman here, the shark.
Here's the fish appearance.
Oh, hello.
From Cody's.
Yeah, that's Cody. Say hi, Cody.
Goodbye. So I believe the pirate ship might be a part of this collection.
Yes, you are correct. Yeah, so the pirate ship, the shark, and the fisherman, I believe, make up the dead water collection for this year. Yeah, Home Depot definitely knew what they were doing. They re-released, brought back the pirate ship, and actually this guy here too is also a re-release with some slight or kind of major modifications. And then Bruce, of course, the giant shark, the Megalodon is actually what its official name is. It's the third piece in the collection. Matter of fact, speaking of Meg, me and Boo just finished putting her together, and wow, I'm not going to say too much about that because, like, that's a different review. But yeah, we kind of thought we would get these two kind of in the same scene and shoot them both together. So we're going to go ahead and review this guy here. So it is, like I said, basically a re-release of the Fisherman. You know, from I believe about 4 or 5 years ago. I think it came out in 2019, 2020. But they've changed him up a little bit. Mainly, they've changed up his head, so he's got a completely different mask and clothes. They pretty much have taken him, and I'm sure with the release of the Meg, they have made him to look as much as possible like Quint, of course, from our favorite shark movie, Jaws, right, Boog? Yeah, because before he had actually his head sculpt before was, I don't know if you got him or not, but the last couple of years, Gravedigger is his old head sculpt from like 2019. So they reused that head sculpt for the Gravedigger that they did in 2023 and 2024. And then they brought him back this year, and he got a new head sculpt that looks, like I said, an awful lot like Quint. Now, of course, they're not into licensing, so this isn't licensed by Jaws in any way.
Yeah, there's no Jaws branding on there at all.
Right, but come on, you know, I think we're gonna need a bigger boat. So yeah, I think they knew what they were doing here. Like, so releasing him and the giant shark over there at the same time.
Simply has a striking resemblance.
Right, yeah, to Jaws, and this is the 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Come on, right? We kind of see where they're going. We know what you did here at Home Depot. Quick way to make some easy sales here, right?
Yes.
And I love how they gave us this scene, all the re-release of the pirate ship, which that was kind of like the holy grail. So they knew a lot of people was going to buy that. Let's throw the fisherman in there. Let's throw the shark. It's irresistible, you know. And of course, it was to me and Boo. We bought all three pieces.
Yes.
So, and they all should be on the channel at some point. But anyway. The box in this guy is not too big. Like I said, he's probably a little over 2 foot wide, but as you see, he's not very deep at all, maybe 12 inches deep, and about 2.5 foot long here from the top part. He does have all this nice fancy labeling on it, so I'm almost certain that he's going to be sold in short stores too. But the idea with him is that you are going to get some pretty good animation. I think the only lights is going to be his eyes, but I believe he will actually rock, and I think the fish will kind of do something. And I think we're going to get some phrases too with him, that kind of thing. So, yeah, here you go. Kind of tells you. So he's saying it's for indoor covered use. It's got the timer, 6 hours on, 18 hours off, which is pretty standard with most of this stuff. Mouth moves, chair rocks, motion activated, speaks 5 different spooky phrases, or lights only function. All right, which we're getting a lot of that this year with most of our animatronics from, I think this one's going to be SVI.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the same as same company that made Maleficent, the Hag, you know, and a lot of the other stuff that you know that Home Depot sells.
Well, we have been proven wrong before, so
that is true. That is true. We won't know till we get that instruction book out. Yeah, kind of look for the details. But yeah, he's definitely going to be sold in stores because here's his location. Once they actually put Halloween out in stores, easy to find, H49. And like I said, I think he'll be there with old Bruce.
Yes. Yes,
you know,
we named the Megalodon Bruce.
oh, we had to. I mean, come on, these Jaws, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce. That's your friends. Nods. But it's a big. Get the line.
That's actually Bruce is from Finding Nemo.
That's true. He is. Yes. Yeah. Well, it's double. Okay, so he has a longer story. All right. So Bruce. What? Okay. So like, and this is a little trivia about for you people who are Jaws fans. You may or may not know this. So the prop, which was a lot like this. That they actually used in to film Jaws, the original Jaws, was an absolute turd. Of course, it had pneumatics and all kinds of things to do animations. And apparently, when it got exposed to the seawater, it would like sink straight to the bottom. It wouldn't do anything it was supposed to do. It was a complete nightmare for, I think Spielberg's the guy that produced it, and everybody else trying to make the movie. It was awful. But anyway, their nickname for that prop was Bruce.
Yeah.
That's what they nicknamed it. So that's where Bruce come from. And of course, was it Shark Tale or Nemo? Nemo, of course, knowing that's where Bruce come from. Because Spielberg's involved with the company that makes Nemo.
Yes.
Pixar, or was it one time? I think it's Pixar, right? Yeah. So a little bit of trivia there. So that's kind of where Bruce has got a long line of shark lineage.
So now in my canon, Bruce is not the same shark from Jaws.
Right, and you're going to hear us.
Somehow the shark from Jaws somehow survived and became Bruce.
He did, in Nemo. Go figure, right? Yes. Yeah, so long story short, Jaws never dies. Yes. But anyway, like, so that's a different review. So you'll probably hear us refer to this guy here in the chair as Quint, because that's who he is from the movie. And, there's no doubt, we see you, Home Depot. We feel what you did here. So give us a couple minutes.
Hide it from us.
Yes, let's get him out of the box. Price. Remember what he was? I think this one was...
I think
$230 or something, maybe. Him and Troll were really close to the same.
I want to say $230.
Yeah, so about $230, I think, here for him. All right, well, let's get it to him.
Be right back.
All right, so once you bust through that tape, this is kind of what you're going to see. The normal, typical instructions printed on the box, which we love. Great idea there. And then, of course, like you said, this is kind of what you got once you get in here.
A lot of wood.
A lot of wood, yes. I was kind of worried. I didn't know if this guy would actually come with the rocking chair, but he does, as you can see. So, yeah, we're going to get him unloaded, and we'll show you all the pieces.
Be right back.
All right,
and
so,
we're back.
Yeah, here's kind of all the parts. I guess we'll start over here. Actually, let me start down here. I'll work my way over, kind of make sense. So, you got his pants, so basically his lower torso. Most of this is just a lot of fluff because I think he's designed to be in the sitting position.
It's not like dice where you can stand up or sit down.
Right. So you do get the rocking chair, which is really, really cool. I'm loving a lot, again, of the detail work here on the chair. It looks very, very weathered. It's the hard, heavy-duty plastic that we're used to getting from who, dude?
SVI.
And Pan Asian? Yes, and this is...
Actually, Pan Asian is actually the ones who did this one.
Right.
They were wrong.
Yes, so this is another Pan Asian product. So that means the entire Deepwater collection is done by Pan Asian.
Yes.
Wow. And...
the shock of everyone.
Absolutely. Yeah, here's the rest of the chair there. But this weathering looks so good that they've done. Like the blow mold work is fantastic. Very, very good. I absolutely love it. And then we're going to move kind of over to this section. And there you can kind of see some of their, I guess, mask work. So this is old Quinn. And first I thought, well, he's missing his lens, his retina, his pupil.
Yeah, I think he went blind in one
But
eye.
I think, he's just supposed to be blind. That's supposed to be that way.
Well, specifically blind in one eye. The other eye,
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Mask feels very thick. That texture is the thickness is good. Kind of got the fluffy, scraggly, man, he definitely needs some brows done and some trimming up here with the stash. But it looks really good.
Probably the haircut too.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Kind of stuck in the table here a little bit. Okay, you kind of see those details there. They did a great job with this. I don't know who does, like I said, their mask work, but this looks, semi-professional. Wearing the Fisherman hat. I love up here, we've got the shark tooth embroidered onto the cap. Cap looks really nice. It feels good. Does not feel, cheap. It feels like a real, cap. bill's not, but all this feels really good. I love the shark tooth. That's awesome. Yeah, like I said, they knew what they were doing here all along. And then, of course,
then we have the fishing rod and the poor remains of Bruce Jr.
yes. So I think this is hysterical. The fishing rod is been modified a little bit from the original, but it's close to the same. But the fish on the other one, it's actual just, kind of a fish. But like Boog said, we get Bruce Jr. now. So it's a shark. Of course, it's blow mold hard plastic. Feels nice. And I think those lights are going to, or his eyes are going to light up. So it's little LED eyes there in what's now the shark, which is phenomenal. So
yeah, now in my head canon, Bruce is now looking for revenge on the fisherman.
yes,
now
exactly. And then now we're to the upper torso, and this is kind of where the electronics, the rocking motion, all that is going to happen. And this is a unique piece here. I haven't had anything with this particular animation before, so I was very interested to see, how they pulled this off. And I can't say I'm 100% thrilled with some of the stuff they've used. These rods here, I would love to see them be metal, but they're not. They're plastic, and this one here in particular does not feel very sturdy at all. So that does cause me some concern. Same thing with this one. It doesn't feel sturdy at all. This guy here. Like I said, you can even kind of see they're like a bit of a, they've got a little bit of support in there, but not very much. So don't care for that. This piece here, yeah, it's much sturdier. So I'm hoping that's what's going to do the work. And maybe this is just more of like a guide, but I don't really, like I said, like the looks of that at all. Especially it's going to be kind of a violent motion if he's rocking back and forth. You obviously want these things to last, especially at this price point. So we will see. But this is the normal metal rod you get. This guy here, who's also Pan-Asian, if you haven't seen the review on him, check it out for sure. Like I said, yeah, his entire animatronics motion, setup, the way that that he works is incredibly amazing, incredibly heavy duty.
Yes.
Of course, he's way bigger than this guy, but like I said, I would have liked to seen this done a little bit better. When we get up into here, this is more plastic. The box, this whole section feels very lightweight, but of course here is your step jack pad, so you have that option for like basically a try-me type button. Volume control here, of course, for his voice. This is where you'll put in your DC plug. And then these are your options over here. So we've got lights only, timer sensor, and off step pad. It looks like just like our troll over there, when you have him in the timer sensor mode, you're gonna have a light to let you know that that's where you have him at. And then, like I said, lights only. So again, just like him, he's gonna rely heavily on his motion sensor to make him work. All right, Big, I'm gonna kind of put the top back on and show it to you with it covered, and then we'll get to the build. All right, so now you guys can actually see what his clothes are gonna look like.
Yeah.
Kind of have to flip everything inside out to be able to show you the mechanical part of it. But yeah, so this is what you'll actually see.
Yeah, interestingly enough, the arms are already attached to the torso already.
They are. You can kind of see how it's going to fasten into the rocking chair there.
Yep.
All of this looks really good. I love the details in the hand. He looks, old Quint looks like he's seen better days, but
Yes.
it's the normal, Pan-Asian hard plastic that
He's
like to
definitely
get there.
seen some things.
Yes, the jacket feels very good, very heavy duty. Same thing with the shirt.
You got a little shark tooth there.
I love this again. So we got it on the hat, and we have a plastic shark tooth necklace that he's wearing. Awesome detail. I do love that.
And here's the other hand.
Yeah. Other side, hand looks very good. Love all that. And again, where he's going to connect to the chair. So yeah, this is
Kind of look like Randy's hands.
yeah, exactly. All right, so that's all your parts. Like I said, hopefully this build won't be too bad. And we'll get back with you and let you know what we think here in a minute.
We're back. And we're back with him all assembled.
Yes. So here is old Quinn, or the Fisherman. Yes, completely assembled. Here he is next to Bruce, the shark. I have to say, I really love this prop. I think he's absolutely amazing. I mean, I guess for me it was kind of like him and the shark too are so different. I guess compared to like a lot of the stuff we've been doing lately.
Yeah.
I mean, not that the stuff isn't different, but these are really different. Him, you know, coming with the rocking chair, kind of in that seated position. He actually rocks, which we'll go through the animation here in a second. You know, it's just you know, like I said, sometimes you just want to have something a little different, and he is definitely fit that bill for us. You know, I mean, like I said, we've done a lot of stand-up guys lately, you know, and yeah, it's just nice to have a different type of animation, I think, with him.
Yeah, we haven't really had a sitting down one since Dice.
Yeah, and you see, speaking of old Dice, there he is over there. Yeah, and then like I said, I love the fact that, you know, it came with this rocking chair. The rocking chair looks amazing. Here you can kind of see some of the detail work on it. Get up here.
There's things down there. Things with eyes that never close. They watch, waiting for their chance. I feel them lurking just under the water, biding their time. But I ain't scared. One day they'll come for me, but they'll learn I don't go down easy.
But yeah, the whole animation is just, to me, is just really nice, very realistic. I love they changed out to the shark here. His eyes light up. Of course, the only lights on Quinn is just his eyes. So you would definitely have to put a spotlight on him. But yeah, I mean, overall, the whole entire prop is pretty fantastic, I think.
Let's see if we can turn the auto off.
You ever heard the voices in the mist? Lost
Okay.
sailor.
Okay, here we go. Okay, there you go.
But yeah, like I said, I think he's really just outstanding. Yeah, just super, super cool. But yeah, the level of detail, really, really awesome. Yeah, I just don't really have anything bad to say about him at all. You know, like I said, the clothes and all feel really, really good. Love that he's got that shark tooth necklace there. Yeah, he's just fantastic. Check the power cord, dude. Sometimes it's kind of tight the way I've got it ran, so it may have come out just a little bit. That's what happened last night, especially with his rocking motion. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I just had to plug and play back in again to reset.
Oh, okay. So now Boog's got him.
Aye, the sea holds their secrets tight. But I've seen
Would you put him in like lights
the
only?
ones that lurk beneath the waves. They
What was
say
you trying to
there's
do?
a monster out there, bigger than any whale. Teeth the size of a man's arm. Got a taste for fishermen like me, but I ain't afraid. No, I faced worse. It's just
And he really is life size, pretty much. I mean, that looks like a real full size rocking chair. I kind of thought, you know, it might be shrunk down a little bit, but nope. I mean, like I said, that's pretty much a full size rocking chair. You know, I think if he was actually standing, you know, he'd be every bit of, you know, 5.5 foot tall or so. Yeah, so like I said, he does have that, you know, kind of vinyl mask for his face. So you may want to spray some protectant on that if he's going to be, you know, outside in the sunlight. I already did his. That's why he looks a little bit shiny right now. It's still kind of drying. But, you know, if you're going to put him outside, because it does say he's for indoor only, I would, you know, do that, you know, spray down. Usually a clear UV protectant is really great for, you know, those kind of vinyl pieces. And then trash bag his electronic box. I haven't done that yet, but I'm going to with this one. Just under his clothes, just make sure you wrap some type of plastic bag around that control box, and then I think you won't have any problems with him outside, you know, at all, if that's what you plan on using him. It's definitely what we're going to do. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I think he's a home run, and I really like him, and I highly recommend him. What do you think, dude?
Yeah, I think he's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, like I said, pairs perfectly with this guy for sure, right? And but yeah, I think that'll wrap it up there for old Quinn.
Even caught Bruce Jr.
Yes, yeah, I love how they changed that to the shark.
Yes.
Oh yeah, just so fantastic. Let me give you a shot of the back of the rocking chair, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, and a shot here from behind, and this shot here really shows you how cool looking this old rocket chair is.
Just how detailed it is.
Yes, exactly. Just looks absolutely amazing. Love it. All right, that's going to wrap it up here for for the review here on the Home Depot 2025 Fisherman.
That's an we're not. We're going to the night shot.
Oh, that's right. Yes. All right. Yeah, we're going to give you a shot of him here in a little bit when it gets a little bit darker.
Yeah, it's always reading about the night shot.
I know I am. And then we'll wrap it up.
Be right back.
See you then.
And we're back with the night shot.
Absolutely. So yeah, as you can see, it's not a truly night out here, just late evening. But for Quinn, I kind of felt like that was all you needed, because really, as far as the lights go on him, it's just his eyes and the eyes on the baby shark, right? But yeah, he
Bruce
is.
Jr.
Yes, Bruce Jr. Bruce, meet Bruce Jr. That's not my kid. Yes, Bruce, you will pay child support. No. Anyway, as far as Quinn is concerned here, I guess at this point, like I said, he looks amazing. Like you said, even in the evening time. But again, you've just got basically his eyes and the eyes in the shark. So keep in mind, you will probably put a spotlight on him, because otherwise all you'll be able to see is just some large red beady eyes and some small red beady eyes.
Yes.
So he will need a spotlight. But I think he's absolutely awesome. I mean, what else could you ask for? I can't think of anything better than this pair here for Jaws' 50th anniversary.
Yeah.
Even though I know it's not licensed, you could tell Home Depot
and special guest edition DJ.
Yeah, Lowe's DJ back in the back. Right, yeah, he's going to be pounding out the Jaws soundtrack here soon. Right. But I mean, yeah, what could you ask for? 50th anniversary of Jaws, to get this, like, even though I know it's not licensed, you could definitely tell what Pan Asian and Home Depot were going for here, and I think they absolutely nailed it. I love it. Both pieces, the Quinn or the Fisherman, as he's called, he's great. I mean, absolutely, he looks perfect. The rocking chair is amazing. The details in the rocking chair is amazing. His animation is good, which I guess we'll go ahead and show you. But you want to get him rocking there?
There's things down there. Things with eyes that never close. They watch, waiting for their chance. I felt them, lurking just under the water, biding their time. But I ain't scared. One day, they'll come for me. But they'll learn I don't go down easy.
But yeah, like I said, if you guys have a place to store this, if you're just a Jaws fan, you're not even looking at this for Halloween, but just simply you're a Jaws fan, you got to pick these up. Like I said, they reworked the voice on this guy, so he actually sounds like Quinn too.
Yep.
I love the accent, the phrases he says. Well, no, not direct from the movie, because they couldn't do that, but they get around it as much as they possibly can. A lot of Quinn, I'd say Quinn-like phrases. He references even the ship, the pirate ship, which also comes in this collection.
Yes.
Obviously references Bruce over there.
Also, he also mentions the pirate ship, and also I think the Kraken too.
Yes, which the Kraken didn't actually come to the collection, but we just happened to have one from Lowe's last year.
Yeah.
So that's going to be in our Halloween display this year. But I think he's, like I said, phenomenal, just absolutely great. The only drawback I have is I would have liked to seen the mechanics part of his animation be a little bit sturdier. Those connector rods does concern me some, but other than that, actually, I have absolutely no complaints. So I think I'm going to end up giving him a 5-star review. Big, what are you thinking?
Yep, I think 5-star review for me too.
How was assembly?
We already talked about that, yeah.
Oh, right. Of course we did.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Yeah. So 5 stars from Boog and Dad here on the Home Depot Fisherman in the Deadwater collection. Yes.
Yes.
Deadwater collection. So we highly recommend it, especially if you're going to do the shark. I mean, they're kind of like a pair. You got to do at least both. Maybe not the pirate ship, but you don't have to do that one. But these two, yeah, you got to get them together. But like I said, just fantastic awesomeness. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. We hope you guys enjoyed this review, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Like, subscribe, everyone. Bye.